Hey guys, we're back. I don't know if the stream is up yet. I think there is that old delay. I think it's somewhere around a 2.5 minute delay. But for those of you who have tuned back in, thanks for joining me. And we're about to go and try and grow our settlement here. So I think, well, let's see if the stream has caught up to anything yet. So I don't know if we're live yet. I'm just gonna go fiddle with the settings. Okay, so according to this, I've been live for 1 minute, but my public viewer is still saying starting soon. Well, I'll just assume everything's working properly and get to it. So now that we have cattle, that'll be some nice resource diversity, a nice source of both food and leather. Right now we just have the 4 cattle. One of them seems to have found a way to hop the fence here, but I think he's safe. I don't think he's gonna wander off. Anyways, eventually we'll grow our herd to the full 20. We'll split that off into another pasture, preferably somewhere that's geographically separated. I'm not so much worried about fires taking out our cattle, so much I am worried about any sort of disease, pestilence, mad cow, foot and mouth. Who knows? I'm not a farmer, but I do know those are potential problems with livestock. Alright, meanwhile, got a whole bunch of workers harvesting some more wood for us. I do want wood to process into firewood, which at the moment is my primary trade good. If I can get some crops growing, maybe I can still some of that into alcohol. At the moment, we do have a very modest supply of berries here. Maybe if, 1,000 berries there, we could make some berry ale or some other sort of alcohol. Well, that's definitely something to think about, but I think if I do want to grow my town more rapidly, we are going to have to start accepting large groups of immigrants. So if we get a town hall rolling, we'll be able to accept nomads, but before we do that, we'll need to make sure we're equipped to deal with new members of our civilization, and that means that we'll need a good supply of stone tools and wool coats for them to wear, some housing for them, and most importantly, a doctor, since oftentimes these migrants bring some disease with them. And you know, we've already had a lot of bad experiences previously with being excluded from our last settlement for being lepers. At least that's the narrative that we're drawing with our friends in the chat. Hello, Benjamin Kingston. I don't remember who proposed that all of our settlers were rejects and that we were in fact a leper colony, but if it was you, we're sticking with that. So as a leper colony, we certainly can't turn down any nomads, even if they might be sick. So let's get ourselves set up to deal with nomads. We'll go build ourselves a town hall, and then hopefully the influx of nomads will help us reach our 900 population goal. We're probably not going to get anywhere close to 900 in today's stream, but I'm not going to abandon my Banished game, even if it is just the 6 of you who are watching the stream who like to follow, but hopefully some of you watching on the archive will also find this series enjoyable, because I definitely enjoy the game. It's not necessarily full of conflict or the most exciting, although we did have those 2 devastating fires. But I don't know, there's something about it, that maybe the music, the environment, the slow pace of the people walking around, the progression, the progress. I definitely like this game. Right, so we are building a few more houses. Let's see how these houses are doing. We've got pairs of adults and their children. In fact, there are a few houses, it seems, that only have a single adult. Maybe it was just the one house. Anyways, we are ready to build some more houses here, I think. Yeah, especially since this house has more than 2 adults in it. I think it definitely is time for us to build some more houses. Now this particular expansion area is pretty dense. I am worried about fires here, but hopefully the last fire taught these residents a thing or two about fire safety. We probably have room to put in a few houses here. Let's go and drop a house over by the tailor. I'll leave some extra space there. And sure, we could fit in a house over here. Why not? Chris Toad suggests that we upgrade the doors, perhaps because, oh man, that cow is not looking very healthy. But it's a particularly good inside joke, since Chris Toad, I think, has showed up for every one of my live streams, and it's not like I've been planning these out too well, so I definitely thank you, Chris, for your support, and his #1 piece of advice for my FTL playthroughs is to upgrade the doors. It is generally quite good advice, and since I haven't beat the game yet, I assume it's actually better advice than I'm taking it for. And so, FTL, Banished, upgrade the doors. We'll stop these cattle from wandering away. He looks kind of stuck. I don't think he's actually stuck. But, there we go. Alright, good, good. These fences actually mean nothing to the cattle as far as I can tell. But really it was just a random graphical glitch. We are building some more houses. Let's go assign builders. We need more stone. I don't think I really want a quarry, especially when we do have all this surface stone that we can be grabbing. So let's see, stone anywhere near our road network. And it would be best, so it's easier to bring that to the stockpiles. A little stone over there. And we might need to go and start getting the stone from across the river. It does seem quite plentiful there. Yeah, let's go and build ourselves a bridge. Let's see, what's the main walking path here? I guess we could just build a bridge here. That does look like the shortest span. How much will a bridge cost us in terms of stone? Since we are currently quite low on stone and using stone to build houses, I'll definitely need stone to go and build the town hall if I want to go with that plan. Alright, bridge. A wooden bridge will cost me 14 stone, that's not bad. Let's go and build that. And have any of our cattle bred yet? No, not yet. Now that we're settled in, let's go and resume our pace back to 5 times. Oh, and if any of you guys on the live stream are Redditors or users of the RCiv community, I did make a post over during my lunch break on my upcoming Civ live streams, so if you could go and give those a upvote, that could help me out here. Excellent, the foresters are collecting trees in a sustainable manner. Chopping a lot of firewood, which is good, since that is our primary trade good at the moment. Inventory-wise, we do have the full amount. I don't think we need quite so many traders employed here. Let's switch them over to general labor, and let's up the firewood to 1,000, just in case there's something expensive that we want to trade for the next time the barge comes in. Okay, so we've got some more houses going. Herdsman, laborer. We're approaching our fuel limit. Let's up that to 1,200, since at the moment firewood is our primary trade good. Okay, so buildings. I do want to get some agriculture going, but that'll be very dependent on whether or not we can get another barge in that'll sell us some seeds. Now in terms of other buildings, I think I'm going to lower the music volume a little. It sounds really loud to me on my end, but there haven't been any complaints yet. Maybe I'll just lower my own internal volume. There we go, that's a little less distracting for me. Alright, so we have several storage barns. They're not anywhere close to full, we don't have to worry about that. We've got stockpiles. Quite a few of them are full, but they... For example, this one over here is almost full, but we have others that have a lot more capacity left, so we don't have to worry about that. The market. I could go and build a market. I don't have the stone to spare at the moment, so I think I'll hold off on that. But once we get a central city center going, the market will help with the distribution of goods. In fact, we could drop a market over by the trading post, and that might help with the overall distribution, although people employed as traders will run off and collect the appropriate goods from the outlying storage barns, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Let's not worry about the market for now until we get a larger population. At the moment, we're at 57 pop, which I think is what we were at the last time I checked, so hopefully getting some more of these houses online, a couple more adult couples, can have some more children, we can grow our population. We do have the school going, we get a bunch of nicely educated citizens going. So, do trees regrow? Yes, they do. They regrow naturally on their own at a slower rate in anywhere in the wild. So, for example, here we recently did a whole path of clear cutting, and now we've got these tiny saplings, as well as some mushrooms and other things. And if you have the Forester's Lodge, which is right here, you can set them to cut and plant trees, and that's exactly what they'll do. So if you have foresters on active planting, they will much more rapidly than off in nature plant new saplings, and those trees will eventually grow. I think they take maybe 3 to 5 years to grow to full maturity, and then you can go and harvest them for a nice, sustainable wood industry. On the other hand, iron and stone do not regrow as you would expect. So eventually we'll have to spread further and farther afield to harvest our surface stone / iron, and then we'll either have to build a mine or a quarry, or get our stone by trading with other towns via the trading post. Ooh, we got a couple of baby cattle. Look at these little calves. Alright, so we're up to 6. We do now have a sustainable cattle herd, barring any unfortunate diseases. Alright, so I was going through the buildings and what we still need to build. We've built a few wells, but not in time to save us from the 2 terrible fires that our community has faced so far. We have the school. We could build a hospital. It takes a lot of stone, and stone I don't currently have. Maybe once we finish this bridge, if we go and harvest a whole bunch of this stone, I'll go and get a hospital going. Right now this looks like our current most built-up town center, so I'll probably drop a hospital somewhere over here at some point in time. We definitely want that town hall, but again, huge stone requirements there. We already have the chapel, and I suppose some of our citizens are getting on in years. We could build a chapel, but again, that's also quite the stone requirement. Alright, so we have finished our bridge here. Let's go and build some roads. Nice little dirt road in here, and we'll go and harvest. Well, we'll clear cut some of that forest, and also go and grab some of these trees. Yeah, we'll grab all the resources here directly adjacent to the road, and then what I really need is stone. So I'll go and harvest as much stone. Well, We'll build some more roads here, but let's harvest this stone for now. Alright, cattle. 6 cattle. Some ranchers. I guess we don't need quite that many ranchers since we do, or herdsmen, since we only have the 6 cattle. Lower that down. Foresters working to the max. We definitely have a lot of excess food, so we're ready to deal with some nomads, which means the last thing that I'm missing is a hospital. So let's go and harvest some more stone here. We need some more laborers. And we'll speed time up just a little. Or actually that's up to maximum of 10x. Okay. Can I get some stats on how this pasture is doing? No. Storage barn. So I guess we haven't harvested anything from these cattle yet. I don't think we get any milk from them, it's just meat and hides. But I mean, cow's milk is definitely a good source of food. Alright, good. So now we have more space for our road. I'll go and run that over towards the stone so we can have a little more efficient stone gathering. Like so. Once we've built up the road, we'll go and harvest some more stone. The laborers are perfectly capable of... Oh, there's a cargo ship. Or trading barge. Alright, let's harvest that stone, and we'll go and slow the speed down to 2x. I have time to figure out what trade is. Ooh, pepper seeds. I did want to get to agriculture. That'll cost me 2,500. Let's buy one of those. And let's see. 1,000 firewood is 4,000. So we're definitely overpaying there. Is there an easy multiple? Math is hard. Overpaying by 500 units. Overpaying by 300 units. Trial and error rather than trying to work out the numbers. That looks like my style. Overpaying by 280. Overpaying by 100. So at 4 each, that should be 25. Alright, 625. I'm sure those of you with powerful mental math were screaming at your screen right there, but let's go trade the firewood. Excellent. We got ourselves some pepper seeds, and we can go and do some agriculture. We do have space over here. We also have a very large area where we can get some more hunting and gathering going. So let's go and do some agriculture over by the river here. Maybe right beside, well, we'll put some houses in, and then on the far side of the houses, we'll put up some pepper fields. Rotate this around. Let's go and drop a house right here, and let's drop a house here and here. I like grouping the houses close together, but that spate of fires that we had in the last episode has taught me that even though I might like the way high density housing looks, we shouldn't really be going for that. Oh, and is this a hill? No, it's all green. I wonder why. Okay, there's the road, and we've got this extra bit of road here. I'm not sure if I actually want that. Let's go and remove that road. Excellent. Alright, so now crops. We're gonna go and make ourselves a pepper field. Let's go and drop a crop field over here. How about 14 by 8? That seems like it'd be a good size. One pepper field there, and we can also stick a pepper field Why not over here? What kind of space do we have? Let's stick a pepper field over here, right beside this house. But we don't really have a lot of space here. We could do a 12 by 6 field. How about right beside the church? 6 by 15, is that a good field size? Looks a little crowded. I don't want to put two pepper fields beside each other since I am worried about the potential of pestilence, and so it's good to have some spacing. We don't want a pepper monoculture collapse. Let's just put some farms in over here, right behind the tailor. That'll keep things low density. Alright, let's do another 14 by 8 field. That seems good. And it's right near a storage barn, so any farmers working that field will be able to bring their crops there fairly easy. And there are already houses there for them to get set up. We'll also need some builders to work on those farms. And it is possible to fish lakes. I don't know about really skinny rivers. So for example this, I don't know how efficient it would be to fish that. You certainly can't build the fishing dock on a river of this size, but the fishermen themselves might be able to work that bit of water. I mean, if I was a fish, I'd like to swim around here, so if I was a fisherman, I'd probably want to fish here as well. Alright, so now that we've bought the pepper seeds, we can bring our speed back up to something normalish. We've got a whole bunch of stone, and so we could get a town hall set up. We are at maximum logs. Let's go and adjust the log limit to 2,000. And that probably means that we'll need to set up another storage pile. At the tailor, we may as well employ ourselves a tailor, although we are approaching our food or clothing limit. Alright, let's unemploy the tailor for now. Likewise with the blacksmith, that means we'll have more builders and laborers, which is really what we need at the moment. Alright, so here we'll have a pepper field and employ some farmers. Likewise, over here, once that little sapling is cleared, we'll get another pepper farm going there. Alright, and I did want a hospital. Don't want the buildings too crowded in, just in case we get another fire. What would be a good spot for the hospital? Maybe right over here, just out of the radius of my hunting and gathering area. Yeah, we can clear cut some of these trees. And then we'll go set up a hospital, build our town hall, and start accepting some immigrants. We're now at 61 members at our church, which I think directly corresponds to our total population. With our community being so homogeneous, everyone goes to the same church. Alright, let's get that pepper field going. And employ some more farmers. And how is our cattle herd doing? We're up to 8 cattle. This is great. Okay, since I am just waiting around here, let's actually speed things up to 10x. We do have a good supply of stone. We've cleared out that little patch of land that I want to place the hospital in. Let's go drop ourselves a hospital right over here. Yeah, that seems good. And I think we do need some more houses. I am getting a little paranoid now about fires, so I'm really spacing all the houses out quite haphazardly. Well, I suppose the doctor could use his own house. Let's give him a house as well. We will space it at least one away to avoid terrible fires. In fact, the doctor, he could do with a little prestige. Let's give him a stone house. Let's drop the stone house right there. And a nice road surrounding his house. It's more of a shrine than anything, I guess. These people have gone 13 years without a doctor. The least they can do is build him a stone house. Let's also go get a road going for this farm. Cool. We have a lot of good resources. We're waiting for some more trade to happen so we can plant either more livestock or more diversity of crop. Currently building that hospital. And next stop will be the town hall, which I think I will drop over here. This will be the rich part of town. We'll have the doctor's office, some stone houses, a city hall / town hall. Yeah, that'll be good. I think once we hit, say, 12 cattle, I will split them off to a second pasture. And we'll place the pasture somewhere over here. Yeah, we'll space things out. We'll use pastures and farms to separate the homes to protect ourselves against fire. I can see why the hospital needed so much stone. It's a nice stone building here. And our first stone house. Nice. Hospital's done. Let's employ ourselves a physician. And there's no one actually living in that stone house. Alright, town hall time. Let's see, town services, town hall. Oh, and we have a merchant arrive. Let's drop the town hall here for now. And definitely want to go and slow that down a little so the ship doesn't go away while I'm building roads. Okay, what do you have for sale? Iron. I am not in desperate need of iron. What else could you possibly sell us here? Logs, wool, stone, ale. I suppose we could buy stone. It would be easier than harvesting it ourselves. Let's put in an order for stone. Yeah, please bring me stone on all of your visits. And since I don't want your iron right now, we'll say goodbye. And meanwhile, everyone is good. We have a few too many builders. I think we do need more stone right now, so let's go harvest some more stone. There's a whole bunch of stone lying around over here. let's go grab that, especially since we have the road heading off in this direction already. And what other... I do have a very large stockpile of food. Maybe we can unemploy one of the fishermen and one of the gatherers. They can work as laborers to go grab us some more stone. And over here, I think I do want to get some more industry rolling. We could go, since there are the hills in the way, I don't think I'm going to do another gatherer's hut, hunter's hall combo. We could definitely get some more pastures and farmers' fields going. You'd think this river would be enough to separate any pestilence or disease. We'll hold off on that for now. Okay, we definitely have farmers working. And we'll check on the efficiency of their harvest in the fall. At the moment, they're doing a good job planting those peppers. Should be delicious. Alright, one of our students has grown up to become a laborer. That's excellent. We've got 9 students in the full house at the moment, and we're up to 64 pop. As for our town hall, looks like we're still limited on stone. If I can prioritize the stone gathering. Let's see now. Increase priority. Bring me this stone, please. And in fact, we'll also want a resource stockpile here, since I think they're all carrying the resources all the way back here and then carrying them to the town hall. So let's go and drop ourselves a stockpile right beside the town hall. Nice little 4x4 stockpile there. And let's go and build a stone house for the mayor. Although I don't think anyone actually needs to be employed in the town hall. I guess I'm the mayor, and I live as a disembodied voice in the sky. So let's build a stone house here nonetheless. No, we're really low on stone. It'll have to be a wooden house. I guess it's sort of tempting fate to put a wooden house right beside town hall, given our track record. Alright, let's just go and drop a wooden house over, say, right here? That does look dangerous. But we do already have enough homes over at this end of town. We do need more homes over here. Yeah, let's drop a house there. We'll also go and drop a house over here somewhere, if there's any space for it. No? Alright, drop a house. Oh, but beside the storage barn. I've had so much bad luck with these fires. Fine, let's drop a house right here. Okay, all that should be good. Let's go and employ a blacksmith and a tailor again, in case we end up expecting some nomads. We've got cattle and pepper, no nomads want to join us quite yet. Here we've got the full summary of all the resources that we've collected. We can sort them, find out where all the items are, our current production rates, and an overview of the professions and locations. We're 70% educated, that's not bad. There were a few periods where we didn't have the school operational. That would be right at the beginning, when of course we didn't have time for building a school and staffing it, and then during a dark period around year 8, where several fires destroyed homes and schools. Yes, the mayor plays Civ 5 all day. That would be a nice place to play Civ. It looks pretty homey and definitely cozy given how cold it is outside right now. All the snow. Alright, so we're low on iron. There is plenty of iron, surface iron for us to grab, and I don't think I actually need to be trading away any iron, but we'll leave some iron in the trading post just in case there's something really expensive we want to buy. But let's definitely go and harvest some more surface iron. Let's see, what's the most convenient source of surface iron? There's some there, some there. A little over here as well. Cool. Okay, so we're looking good. Now we're just waiting on some nomads. And which of our items here can be made into alcohol? There's the berries. You'd think the potatoes would be, but we don't actually have any of those at the moment. We could get a tavern going. What do you think, chat? Should we build ourselves a tavern? Keep our people happy and also maybe sell some alcohol at the trading post. Let's bump the herbs up to 200. And the iron, I guess it's fine where it is. We'll go to 150. Firewood, we'll also pump that up to 130. Alright, everyone seems happy. We can bump up our buffer of clothes and tools. And wait for our next cargo ship or influx of immigrants. Okay, everyone seems good. We've got a good stockpile of food. If we do get some nomads, we can use them and to employ all of these food slots. Alright, we're up to 11 cattle. That's about ready for a split. Let's get another pasture going over by the town hall. Yeah, sure, let's toss up a pasture right behind the town hall. We're a very populist mare. We don't mind the sounds or smells of cattle doing their thing. Alright, let's go clear out a whole bunch of space back here. And also grab ourselves some more stone. Stone and iron. That's a lot of surface iron. Okay, so first off, we'll need some roads around Town Hall. I suppose there is room for another house here. Let's go build ourselves a quick stone house. Then we'll go build that pasture. We'll build another max size pasture, which I believe is 20 by 20. Okay, so there's this hill in the way. Build the pasture over in this direction. Yeah, that's good. Next on the agenda is to go and build ourselves a tavern. What's happening over the tailor? Are we at our clothes limit? Well, let's up that to 300. And if we have too many clothes, we can just trade them away. In fact, I think that's what I'll do. Let's start stocking some clothing at the trading post. Let's see now. Hide coats. Push that up to 100. Our reserve of stone is low, although we did tell that last trader to come back with some more stone, so I'll definitely buy some there. And since we do have 9 laborers and not too much to do with them, let's go collect some more stone from this side of the river. And stone here and here. Okay, some nice dirt roads around the pasture. We'll go put some cattle in there. We'll definitely need to work that. Cattle, and we'll need to split some cattle from the other pasture. We also have another trading barge there, so let's go and split these cattle over to this pasture. So there's supposed to be 5 cattle there, and oh yes, I guess this cattle is about to walk himself over to the other pasture or something. Maybe he's looking for some feed in the storage barn. Anyways, we'll let them sort themselves out. Alright, so what do you have for trade? Stone. Alright. Just as I requested. Okay, so 50 stone will cost me 400. And so I can trade 100 firewood for that. Excellent. And I'll send you on your way. Do I also want you to bring some iron with you? No, we've got plenty of iron. What else do you have? That's it. Alright, thanks for bringing the stone by. I look forward to doing future business to you. A tavern for the drunken lepers. Alright, Benjamin Kingston. We'll go and drop our tavern somewhere over by this ranch. Maybe by these 2 houses here. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't build it within the range of this gatherer's hut. Maybe on the other side of the river, people can stumble drunkenly across this scenic bridge. Can't see that going wrong. Alright, tavern time. City services, that's not correct. Tavern. Do I want the tavern on the other side of the river? It does need to be near a storage barn, since that's where we're going to pick up our fermentables. I guess I could drop it right here. It does seem a little risky though. Fire risk-wise. Tavern right by the trading port. Let's do it. I suppose I should put in a well over by the town hall and the hospital. City services, well, and yeah, just drop one in right over there. Okay, I don't know if I need all 4 of those herdsman slots occupied, especially since they're only dealing with a total of 11 cattle. What's happening here? Taylor has again reached his clothing limit. Let's bump that up to 600. And send some more clothes over to the trading post. Hide coats. How about 200 hide coats? 300 hide coats. 200 hide coats, since our supply of hide coats has just decreased. Let's see, we've got currently 100 stored at the trading house. Ooh, so we've lost one of our first citizens here. Annalise, the herbalist, has died of old age. Let's go, and we do have the stone to spare since we just traded some firewood for stone, so we can get a cemetery going. That's the least we can do to our fallen citizens. Let's see, cemetery. Let's go and drop that, I guess over by the church makes sense. Cemetery is too small. How large a cemetery do we need here? Alright, let's drop the cemetery over. Too small, too large. Alright, we'll put the cemetery right by the town hall. Is that gonna work? Too small. Cemetery by the pepper fields? Alright, let's drop a cemetery down over here. Alright, so last season we harvested 624 peppers, which sounds respectable. Let's have a look at our other pepper farm. 756 peppers here. Wonder what the reason for the difference is. Wonder where those farmers live. Maybe they're spending too much time walking home. It's also, well, I think the farms are exactly the same size. Alright, let's find out where these farmers live. Limits, pathing. Alright, they live right beside their fields. That's not the problem. Everyone seems fine here. We do have the stone. Looks like this might be a high traffic road, as are these. We can switch some of our dirt roads to stone roads, and that'll improve the efficiency of our worker pathing. And it looks like we need another house over here, since there's one worker who travels quite a long way to get to this hunting cabin. And we've reached our log limit. Fuel limit, let's up that to 1800. And we do have another cargo barge. They have potato seeds, yes, let's definitely get some potato seeds here. And that'll cost us, what was it, 625? Alright. Trade that away. And we could also place an order for something else here. Let's see. Wheat. Wheat's definitely a staple. We can also get some fruit trees, which would make for some good alcohol. Corn is delicious and definitely a modern staple crop. Let's go. Well, let's order some wheat seeds. Just once. Good. And the tavern wants to make berry ale, I think. And we'll go and employ a brewer. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, first off, what can we actually ferment here? We got berries, apples, cherry, peach, pear, plum, and wheat. So I did just place an order for some wheat seeds. But at the moment, our only fermentable product is the berries. We do have a nice supply of berries at the moment though, so that's good. And the tailor, what's your problem here, Mr. Tailor? We don't have enough hides, is that the deal? Alright, so let's go and employ some more hunters. Well, unemploy the tailor, and I'll have to go and release some of the hide coats from the trading lodge. We'll release some of those hide coats back into general supply. We don't want anyone freezing, especially since it's now late winter. Okay, this all seems good. Let's go and set up a... What sort of weird stuff is happening with the road here? Set up our potato farm. And we can drop one over by the peppers. Let's see if there's enough space for a nice potato field here. Not really. But there's definitely space beside our other pepper field here. Let's go and do a 15 by 9, and we'll compare the efficiency of this farm here. And I'll get a road going. And these farmers probably need their own storage barn. The storage barn's way down here. And these guys could probably use their own storage barn. We'll go potato farmers and employ some more farmers here. Although, so this, what was this, 15 by 9 field takes 3 farmers, whereas this farm, which is only slightly smaller, only took 2 farmers. So maybe I'll try sticking with the slightly smaller farm size. I do want another potato field somewhere. Maybe over by the church? Sure, let's do it. Okay, so let's do a 14 by 9 field, and it'll be a potato field, and then we'll go and employ some farmers and see what sort of goods are for trade here. Some more stone. Alright, we do have plenty of stone, but I'm still happy to buy that, since we also have plenty of firewood. What we're doing here, 200 I believe it was? 100. Excellent. Trade and dismiss. So we've got plenty of stone. I think it's time for some more houses. We can do stone houses here. And let's see how these farmers harvest their goods. Alright, so they harvest, let's see, from this left side of the field, carry them over to the storage barn, but they can't walk through their crops. So it'd be better if I had a storage barn to the south. I go and set a storage barn up right over here. And potatoes. Like so. And I'll get another pepper field going over here. Yeah, we'll put the road like this and put some peppers going like so. Clear out these resources. And we'll do a 8 by 15 field. Let's see if that's a good size. Peppers. And farmers. We've reached our tool limit. So what we can do there is start trading away some tools as well. Tool limit, we'll set that to 100 here. And I am still waiting for any nomads to come by and visit. What happened to all of our... I thought we had 5 cattle here. Did they get sick? What happened? Oh, we've got 13 here. Let's do a split. 7 and 8. Alright, that seems more reasonable. Meanwhile, our clothier, let's go and employ the tailor again. I think we had a problem where we didn't have enough hides, but check the overview. Hides. Maybe we are out of hides here. Okay, overall, we've got a nice looking city. It's a little disorganized. I did get a little paranoid about fires, but I think I want to start a new area, and we'll actually have a market going. We'll have, in that way, we'll have the tailor and the blacksmith, the alehouse, all centered around the marketplace. They can all gather their resources and drop them off at one place. We've got 5 graves in the cemetery. 10 cattle in this field, 7 here. Everything seems to be going well. Where should I expand to? We do have a lot of fertile land over here. And I do want some more ranching. We could drop a cattle ranch somewhere in here. Yeah, let's go and clear cut all of this, and then we'll start some agriculture and pastures going on this side of the river, and I'll also start some hunting and gathering to the north. Alright, and so everyone doesn't have to walk too far. Let's go and drop a resource stockpile on this side of the river. It's by 6, and we've got a new... Could buy some walnut seeds. That would be good for diversity. Alright, let's get some of that. I don't need... Well, leather wouldn't be bad either, since I am low on coats. Although I do have 100 saved up ready for trade. Just go and trade this. I don't think I really need anything else. We could get some apples just for some resource diversity here. So yeah, let's get 500 apples. And we'll need 250, 200, 800. Alright, we'll buy 800 apples as well, just to give our citizens some nice variety there. A one-time boost of stale apples. And let's get some walnut groves going. Ah, we need another school, that's a good sign. We'll go and drop a school, say, over here. Let's drop a school over here, and I'll also go and drop in some stone houses. Maybe not directly adjacent to the school. Alright, so what's our population at now? We're at 84 members, way off from 900, but we're still growing along nicely. And it's time to get that walnut field going. Alright, where are we going to grow walnuts? Maybe back here? Or over on this side of the river? Yeah, let's get a walnut grove going over on the other side of the river here. So an orchard. Let's see, what's a good size for an orchard? That seems reasonable. our reserve of iron is low. Let's go and harvest some more iron then. Okay, and all this looks nice. I think, well, I really do want some nomads to arrive soon. That'll give us a nice boost, and we'll see if our reserves can handle an influx of the new citizens. Meanwhile, let's get another walnut orchard going over here. And I'll also want a storage barn. Excellent. Probably a house as well. We do have the stone to spare, so we'll drop down a stone house. Some more builders. Another herdsman, since our... well, no, we still have plenty of space in these pastures. And how's our tavern doing? They're serving berry ale. They've got 184 ale available. Let's stock a little of that ale at the trading post. Let's see, ale 80. We're starting to lose a bunch of our citizens to old age. These are the original banished settlers. Now it's just their descendants that are carrying on this prospering town. Ooh, an outbreak of yellow fever has occurred. At least we have that hospital up. Got one patient there. Alright, there's the yellow fever. We're running over to the hospital. Excellent. And we do have the doctor employed, so everything's fine. Okay, so the buildings that we're missing right now, we could build a mine and a quarry. We can also build a marketplace, so I do want to get some sort of a planned community going somewhere. I haven't decided exactly where I want that just yet. And this orchard is awaiting tree removal, but all of our builders are currently busy building the new school, houses, etc. Alright, so we've got another cargo barge here. What do they have for trade? Wheat seeds, excellent. It's a little more expensive since I did make a special request for it. An additional 325, let's go and sell. Well, we've got plenty of firewood. Overpaying by 75. Five additional units. We'll trade one iron. There we go. Alright, so we can get some excellent wheat fields going as well. Let's see, orchards. How do these guys harvest their crops? I think it was from the top down. So I want a storage barn. Well, right now on the mini map I am facing the wrong way. So I want my storage barns to the south and a whole row of fields to the north of them. And we do have space to set that up right to the north of my walnut orchard. So let's go clear cut all of this stuff. And then we'll set up some major agriculture in this area. That does mean we need more laborers. So let's dial back on the gathering and the herding. Otherwise, everything looks good. And I think I did want one more house in this area. So let's go and drop down a stone house. Right here. It's a little risky being so close to all these other buildings, but it is made of stone and it's not directly adjacent to any other houses. Both the fires that we faced in the early years were started within houses. I don't know if that's a trend that's going to continue, but we'll just be extra cautious with where we're placing our houses. Reserve firewood is low, and I'd say that's mostly because we're stocking way too much firewood in the trading post. That's fine. We just have to make sure our woodcutters are keeping up with demand. Okay, so the trading post is once again fully stocked with firewood, which means all of our fresh firewood can go back into public supply. What are all my builders doing? I definitely want to finish this schoolhouse. We'll go and up the priority on that. Alright, come on guys. Build me this school. More builders. Okay, so there's plenty of space in that storage barn. We could set up a bunch of pepper and wheat fields. Well, let's go set up a wheat field right now. We'll try the 14x8 configuration. And since we do have a lot of space to go in this direction, let's do a 13x11. I wonder if that's 14x14. Is that efficient? Well, we'll just see how that performs. Alright, so here, this will be a wheat field, and this will be a pepper field once everything's chopped down. Alright, for trade. They want to sell us food. I'm not really interested in any of that. We don't have any peaches though, so for variety, let's buy 400 peaches and we'll give you 100 herbs. And do you have anything useful for sale? No, it's all consumables. Alright, goodbye then. We'll go employ a second teacher now that our schoolhouse is done. Ooh, nice wheat field. Alright, and I did want an orchard at some point. Our clear cutting is going well. This will be a major agricultural center. Yeah, we'll get a huge farming thing going on down here. But what I really want is some nomads. Alright, blacksmith. What's the problem here? Are we at our tool maximum? Yes, let's put the tool limit to 400. And we're almost at maximum capacity for the pastures. Let's go and employ herdsmen. And 11 versus 19. What's going on here? Fish. Oh, we're at our food limit. Alright. That's good. Food is always good. Up that to 2,000. Gonna stop collecting food on my account. We're also at our wood limit. Okay, so here, planting our walnuts. And we'll also go up the number of farmers. Okay, so if there is this orchard here and I am planning to do a bunch of agriculture, I'll need a bunch of houses. Build at least 2 stone houses here. And I'm going to get a whole bunch of agriculture going along the river here. So first off, this is pepper. We'll go wheat. Potatoes, and then pepper. Okay, what's a good size for a field here? Let's go 11 by 15. And we'll set up road. So, and we'll do another 11 by 15 field, and a third one. Why 11 by 15? I don't know. It just seemed like a good number. I'm sure there's a more efficient, we could do some number crunching, or people have already done that, for which sizes of fields are most efficient to be worked by the right number of farmers. And we'll also need a storage barn back here, so storage barn. And some houses, but first, chickens. Excellent. We do like our livestock here, so let's buy all 8 chickens. That'll cost us 3,200. Alright, so 800 firewood for 8 chickens. Trade that. And where are we going to house these chickens? Looks like we've hit our alcohol limit, or we've run out of berries. Well, eventually, we'll have to unemploy the brewer, but eventually we'll get another fermentable product, don't you worry. Alright, so chickens. I could put a whole huge thing of chickens over here. Now let's go and clear cut that. And in the meantime, let's get a small chicken pen over here while we're waiting. Just in case all the chickens don't survive too well in a little paddock by the trading post. Okay, pasture. What's the largest chicken pasture I can build here? 10 by 10? And let's go build some roads. And some more houses. Here they all have an extra spacing between them in case they should happen to burn. And let's pop a quick house in up there as well. Let's up the priority on that chicken pasture. I do want to get them breeding as soon as possible. And this was absolutely not the most optimal size for a orchard. So it looks like the trees go, let's see, using the road tool, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like there's a tree every third square. So I should have made this orchard 7 tall. How about this orchard? 9, 10, 12. Yeah, this is also not the most efficient orchard, but it's what we got. That's fine. In the future, I just need to remember that for maximum tree spacing, it should be a multiple of 3 plus 1. Okay, pasture. We would like to house some chickens. Meanwhile, the herbalist is falling behind on her herb quota. We could employ another herbalist, but I don't think it's a desperate situation. In fact, let's go and reduce our herbs to 0 here. And that'll flush some herbs back into supply. In case anyone's sick, they can use some herbs to supplement them rather than going to the hospital. Well, I've got a lot of resources stockpiled. I think I do need another woodcutter, especially since I've got these piles of wood in the stockpiles here. Yeah, we're gonna need another stockpile since a lot of our workers are just leaving their logs in the fields here. Let's go and get another stockpile here. Okay, so first here we need chickens and herdsmen. And here, that's pepper. The next closest crop is potato. And here we'll go wheat, potatoes, and peppers. And farmers. Alright, so new trader here. Pear seeds? Sure, those are... We can make some pear ale. That sounds kind of delicious. So, what do we want to trade here? A bunch of firewood. And some hide coats, maybe? Raw iron. Trade some hide coats. Say 10 of those. Overpaying by 50. Overpaying by 66. Additional 50A. Overpaying by 75 units. Overpaying. Let's trade 1 iron. Alright, overpaying by 1 unit. That's fine. That's our punishment for having a slow math brain. And over here, let's just go up some potatoes. I do need some more farmers to actually harvest these crops. And I should probably put a road in between these fields next time so the farmers don't have to, especially the pepper farmer doesn't have to, or potato farmer doesn't have to walk all the way around and back and forth there. But otherwise, things are looking good. I really would like some nomads before we end the stream for this particular episode. And how many fermentables do we have? Inventory. We've got 350 berries. Still have a good reserve of ale. We could ferment the wheat. That wouldn't be bad. Well, let's continue making berry ale then. Since we did replenish our stockpile of berries ever so slightly. Okay, so we're going to be ending this episode in about 5 minutes. I do hope that we have some nomads show up soon. So, those of you in the live stream with me, if you have any comments before we end off, I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. And remember, I have my D&D Let's Play live stream coming this Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So give your suggestions as to settings and what victory conditions we should be going for. And tune in live to ask questions and make suggestions then. We are low on stone here. There was that cargo ship that was supposed to bring us some more stone. But in the meantime, we'll have to harvest it the old-fashioned way. There's definitely a bunch of stone there. Grab that one piece of stone. Alright, so everything's looking good here. During the winter, all of the farmers convert themselves to laborers, so they're going to go and collect all this stone. This is potentially a problem if I send them too far away and they don't make it back in time to plant and harvest their crops come spring/fall. But the job management system isn't totally crazy. If the workers aren't doing their assigned job, they go into general labor and they assign themselves to resource gathering if we have anything marked there. And we are low on firewood here. We've got plenty of wood, so I think I just need another wood cutter. We got 2 big stacks of wood here. Let's drop a wood cutter somewhere over here. Where do I have space for a wood cutter? All of this other stuff is in the way. I do want to place it somewhere near the wood pile. Alright, let's just drop a wood cutter in over here. And we do have... they just sell food. Alright, I'm not really interested in any of this stuff. I suppose we could buy some cabbage just for the variety. And we'll go and sell... Now we can give them some ale. Let's go sell 40 ale. And we can have mutton. Our people have never tasted mutton. Let's buy some of that. And overpaying by 10. You know, 8. And reduce this by 6 to 94. Alright, a little food variety here, and we'll send this boat on its way. And I do want to up the priority on that woodcutter. And maybe, well, we have survived the winter even with the lack of firewood. I do want to finish this woodcutter so that we don't run into any dangerous situations next winter. So we'll increase the priority here. Our original public school has only 4 students. The new public school has 7. So we haven't been having too many new children recently. We definitely need more builders, we need more stone, iron. Alright, we're gonna go and have to grab some more of these resources. Harvest a whole bunch of iron, please. And stone. Let's grab this. And we'll have to wait for that barge to come back from the town that was selling us stone. Alright. So all that seems fine. I'm sorry we couldn't get any nomads in this time around, but should nomads come, we're in a good position for them. We've got the hospital to deal with any diseases they might have, and we've got a good store of iron tools and coats in case they come without any tools or clothing, or at least warm clothing. So we're ready to accommodate them there. I think we're low on housing though, so I should probably build some more wooden houses. And we're going to go and employ that woodcutter. Alright, let's build another wooden house, and then we'll call it a day as far as this episode goes. I will continue this Banished playthrough at a later point. But this is it for today. Let's drop this house over here. Alright, and employ another builder. Okay, so thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough of Banished. In the next episode, we'll be continuing to grow our city and hoping for a quick infusion of immigrants and some wandering nomads that might need a home. And as it is, saving the game and I'll see you on Tuesday, hopefully. All right, Primeval, signing off.